28-year-old is in custody, and this is just the latest in his legal troubles. He's scheduled to appear in a Baltimore Circuit Court.
Gervonta Davis walked out earlier today. That's after a judge gave him a $1,000 bond. Davis was scheduled to headline a boxing match next week in Washington, D.C. It's unknown if that's going to happen.
Why you retiring?
Trash.
What changed? What made you?
Trash. God.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis's career has taken a shocking turn, bringing his time in boxing to an unexpected end. Once a dominant force, his latest setback has left fans disappointed and unsure about what's next for him. Meanwhile, Tank stunned everyone by announcing his retirement at such a young age. Fans can't believe he's walking away in his prime with so much potential still ahead, leaving plenty of questions about his decision.
25 is after next year. I'm out of it.
After our second fight. You're out of it?
Yeah.
Care to elaborate on that?
Out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis began his professional boxing career on February 22, 2013, at just 18 years old. He made his debut at the D.C. Armory in Washington, D.C., facing Daisy Williams. The fight ended in a first-round knockout, marking the arrival of a rising star in the sport.
Do it again. Oh, give me the hand up. Catch the chain. Good. Catch it again. Good. Good. Make sure you catch your hand, man. I don't touch your chain, man. You get it. You want to do it? Want to do it? Tank first, man. You fighting that? I don't think so. You fighting that? Up around. Get rolls down. Get front of. Roll down. Bring me one for a whistle for him. Ooh. Bring it to the corner. Get it in there. You got to step closer. There you go. That's hand. Do it again. Right over there.
To fully focus on his boxing dreams, Gervonta "Tank" Davis made the tough choice to leave school. However, valuing education, he later earned his GED, showing his commitment not just to boxing but to his own growth and development.
I went back to school. That's for me. So when I went back to school, because I dropped out because I was missing a lot of days because I was in tournaments and stuff like that, or I was fighting when I'm not in tournaments, and then it started pushing me more away from school.
Early in his career, Gervonta "Tank" Davis gained valuable guidance from experienced fighters like Adrian Broner. Broner's connections and influence in the boxing world helped Davis get the exposure and opportunities he needed to rise in the competitive sport.
You my brother, and I see something, I'm gonna call and check up on you, see if everything, or if it ain't right and I feel like you should be over here, I'm gonna let you know. And that's just all it was. That's my baby brother, you know, he called and shit, that's what it was, and now we here.
Is y'all relationship the same in that way? Like, cause Calvin said that yesterday too, he was like that, there was a point where he was like, when Tank first got around you,
yeah,
he didn't want to leave. He was like, we had to track Tank down, like, yo, where the fuck is he? Why he don't want to come back? Is it still that same type of energy?
Of course.
Like with y'all?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm just saying, like, now that Tank is like the face of boxing, right? So sometimes, you know, when a nigga gets some clout and they get some money, it's like shit change.
See, one thing about him, why I respect him so much, because even though he's where he at right now in the sport and in the cash cow of the sport right now, he still look at me as big bro. He still look at me as big bro, and he still respect me as big bro, and our relationship.
Another key figure in Gervonta "Tank" Davis's career was the legendary Floyd Mayweather Jr. Mayweather took Davis under his wing, providing guidance both in and out of the ring. Their bond was so strong that Davis even called Mayweather his big brother. As a sign of their connection and Mayweather's belief in his success, he once gifted Davis a $60,000 Jeep.
I was out eating, so he called me. He always told me he was gonna give me a car and stuff like that, give me a place and all that. But he had a lot going on, you know, and I wasn't rushing him because I knew he had a lot going on. So this particular day, he just called me. I was out eating. So he called me and was like, I'm about to have someone to pick you up. Just be ready. So I was out eating. So I was like, okay, I'm ready now. So they came pick me up. Then he took me to the dealership. So he let me test drive this, and he also let me test drive our Charger. The Charger was too fast, and he was like, everybody at the gym have them.
That's true, they do.
Yeah, he was like, we want to get you something different. So.
But you're from Baltimore. You need a Jeep on the streets of Baltimore.
Yeah.
I've watched the news.
Yeah.
What did they say back home when everybody saw the story that Floyd Mayweather bought you a very expensive car?
Not only that he bought me an expensive car, he took me in.
Took you interest in you and your career, yeah?
Yeah, as a fighter, also as a, you know, Floyd old enough to be my son, so I wouldn't say a big brother, so he, like a father figure and stuff like that, he took me in, and, you know, he been treating me good since I know him. You know, he been not only in the boxing, like, working with me on boxing, he showed me, like, the business side and all that type stuff, and he showed me a lot, and I appreciate him, and I love him forever.
From the start, Coach Calvin Ford has been a key figure in Gervonta "Tank" Davis's boxing journey, serving as both his trainer and mentor. Ford's steady guidance has played a crucial role in shaping Davis into the fighter he is today. Their long-standing partnership is a true example of trust and loyalty in the pursuit of success.
Well-being as well as your boxing progress, who you have been invested with from the outset. Tank has been with Coach Calvin Ford since he was, I think 8 or 9, which is crazy. And the relationship that those two have is an enormous factor. Tank trusts Coach Calvin to give him the right advice, and that has been proven to be a good position, a good place to put your trust, because as of yet, he hasn't given any bad advice. He's very calm in the corner. He knows when to tell Tank to turn it up. He gives him understandable advice, and he gives him very simple advice in the corner. At the gym, he obviously works him hard. He gets the best out of him.
The year 2024 was a major high point in Gervonta "Tank" Davis's career. His performances electrified audiences, and his popularity reached new levels. With his blend of power, speed, and charisma, he became a fan favorite worldwide, cementing his place as one of boxing's most exciting stars. However, opinions on his legacy remain divided. Some critics say casual fans overrate him without fully understanding the sport, while others argue that true boxing purists underestimate just how skilled he really is.
When he fought Isaac Cruz, he was 25-0, and he fought that little dude, that little pit bull coming at him all the time. And I mean, the movement, the boxing skills, that to me was the moment that Gervonta Davis hit the scene, and I said, yo, this is one of the best fighters in the world. When did you know he was one of the best fighters in the world?
Like, right even there in the fight, I knew that I had him.
I mean, everybody knew.
No, but people didn't know, like, he actually can hit, like, when his punches was, like
you
hard.
Felt it?
Yeah.
Was he the strongest punch you think you ever felt?
Facts.
Really?
Yeah.
A key debate among analysts is the level of competition Gervonta "Tank" Davis has faced. Some believe his team has carefully chosen opponents to keep him in favorable matchups, avoiding tougher challenges. Critics argue that to solidify his legacy, Davis needs to take on top champions in the 135 pounds and 140 pounds divisions, proving himself against the best in the sport.
All right. Hey guys, Adriana Jimenez joined here with two-time and current WBA super featherweight champion Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Gervonta, just a couple days away from headlining your first U.S.-based card against Hugo Ruiz, originally against Abner Mares, who we wish a speedy recovery. How excited are you to get inside the ring and give us a great show?
I'm very excited, you know, just to be back, you know, just to be back in the ring, give my fans a great show, even the fans all over a great show that's turning in on Showtime. I believe that I will have a great performance. You know, I don't think I have a lot of ring rush, but hopefully Hugo can come in, you know, living up to his word, and I live up to my word, and we give on a great show.
I know we know that Hugo's been pretty vocal saying that he wants that knockout, that he wants to knock you out. But we know that you're very confident in what you bring. What kind of fight can we expect?
Action-packed fight. Off of what he's saying, he's saying that he coming in to knock me out, so he have to bring action, to do that. So I'm ready. Training camp been going.
Davis's interactions with fans and the media have also drawn criticism. His passionate and sometimes polarizing comments about other fighters have led some to label his approach as fanboy behavior.
Hey, get on there! Whoa. God damn! 1, 2, 3, 4.
In an interview, Gervonta "Tank" Davis didn't hold back when criticizing Frank Martin's skills. He pointed out weaknesses in Martin's defense, offense, and overall technique, dismissing his power as nothing special. Tank argued that Martin lacks real defensive movement, saying he doesn't slip punches properly but instead just backs away and moves around without solid fundamentals.
For sure. Do you think that's gonna be your hardest fight?
Hell no.
Nah?
Wow.
Cause he a good boxer, nigga. Like that's when I look at y'all two as the best in the division.
How? Show me something that he did spectacular. Show me something that he did outrageous. Show me.
Right,
his power not outrageous.
Okay.
What defense?
You don't think he got defense?
He just jumped back. You never see him slip no punch. You never see him slip no punch. Go look at it. You see him back up from a lot of people. Back up, move around. He don't got no technique. And his offense is the same thing. Go look at his fights.
So you feel
probably
like
put him on game.
But you feel like it's easy work though. You like.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I touched him with 16-ounce gloves on. And he ran. Imagine if I hit him with 8-ounce. The guy is here too.
Who? What guy?
The one that
was there?
No, the one that he sparred.
Oh,
the one that he fought.
Oh, Edwin. Yeah, you seen him. Yeah, I seen Edwin. Yeah, I saw Edwin in here.
Tell him rematch that guy. Now, if he beat him, then
they go.
We can get him.
Okay.
I guarantee you won't fight that guy again.
Oh, Edwin.
Yeah, I guarantee.
Okay. All right. Listen, I thought one of the other things that was interesting, them 6 or 7 fights, I saw the dude Turkey Al-Sheikh. He's one of them guys now. He's doing different stuff in boxing. You know the Turkish dude that's putting the Saudi Arabian cards, and he said, yo, Tank, come over here. He was like, yo, you need to send 2 Ferraris before I even.
After defeating Frank Martin, Gervonta "Tank" Davis wasted no time calling out top fighters like Vasily Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson. He made it clear that he's ready to face them all, showing confidence in his skills and a strong desire to prove himself against the best. His challenge signals his intent to further cement his dominance in the boxing world.
When he fought Isaac Cruz, he was 25-0, and he fought that little dude, that little pit bull coming at him all the time. And I mean, the movement, the boxing skills, that to me was the moment that Gervonta Davis hit the scene, and I said, yo, this is one of the best fighters in the world. When did you know he was one of the best fighters in the world?
Like, right even there. In the fight, I knew that I had him.
I mean, everybody knew.
No, but people didn't know, like, he actually can hit, like, when his punches was, like hard.
You felt it?
Yes.
Was he the strongest punch you think you ever felt?
Facts.
Really?
Yeah.
As Gervonta "Tank" Davis's fame and success continue to rise, so do the challenges that come with it. The added scrutiny, criticism, and pressure of being in the spotlight have brought new obstacles, testing his resilience and ability to handle the demands of a high-profile career.
The best ones out there is what they don't know gets less respect for it, but one of the best ones out there. Now his mouth a little different, you know what I'm saying? He's a different kind of character when it comes to his mouth. Yeah. Because that's where he's from. But he's really one of the pound the best ones of the crew. And I'm gonna tell you why he's the best one of the crew to me. He can punch, but he also can box. You understand me? Some that can box can't punch. Some that can punch can't box. He can box, he can punch, he can move laterally, he can do it left side, right side. He can do whatever he needs to do as a southpaw to get the job done. And that's saying a lot, because not many guys can do that today.
As
we're gonna have some music on that bit, ain't it?
At first, retirement wasn't on Gervonta "Tank" Davis's mind. But as he dealt with personal and professional challenges, his outlook changed. He started voicing frustration with the sport, calling boxing trash and saying he no longer cares about titles or accolades. This shift in perspective has made him seriously consider leaving the ring earlier than expected.
Why are you retiring?
Trash. What changed? What made you shit?
Trash, garbage. I don't care about belts and I don't care about that stuff. I don't care about none of that.
That's why I don't want boxing more.
When you start losing your love for boxing, what happened?
I want to do therapy, right? It will lose the fire that I have inside me.
Better. Matter.
The constant spotlight and pressure of fame have weighed heavily on Gervonta "Tank" Davis. He's become more outspoken about his frustration, openly expressing his desire to retire. Davis has emphasized the need for rest and therapy, recognizing the importance of mental health. At a young age, he's come to realize that stepping back for his well-being might be necessary, even if it means walking away from the sport he once loved.
Everyone to see, on whether it's on social media, whether it's the comments that are being made by both men. Gervonta Davis reacted to, Floyd Mayweather explaining why he did a press conference on the same day that, Gervonta had a press conference, and he said they offered him $1 million for that particular press conference, and Michael Benson reported this, and Gervonta Davis quoted the tweet and said "lol" on top of it, because Gervonta Davis apparently was quoted saying that it doesn't matter how much money a man has, he can still be jealous. Like, why Floyd would be jealous of Gervonta Davis? Gervonta Davis, I like Gervonta Davis. I think he's a very exciting talent, very good fighter.
He was telling me just stay calm. I always like to listen to Floyd when it comes to big stages like this, because he's the only one that been in my shoes and been like in these type of fights. You know what I mean? So I always try to stay close to Floyd when stuff like this happens. You know what I mean? Just to keep me humble and like have me on the right track. You know what I mean? So I always appreciate Floyd for being in my corner, having my back. Always, you know what I mean? So it's always a be love for Floyd Mayweather.
Many have speculated about why Gervonta "Tank" Davis is considering retirement. Some believe he's simply bored after taking down most of the opponents he set out to beat. Others think the non-stop pressure and demands of the sport have led to burnout, making him want to step away.
Like day one in the camp, I start running probably like, it's different times. I might don't feel like running in the morning. I might run at night. It all depends what fits you. Like, I run in the morning. If I don't, I'll run at night. Train probably like 2 or 3. If I want to do something again, I train at night. Or I run. And that'll be it. But when I'm in camp, I really don't go outside. Like, it's hard for me to go outside. So I just be in the gym and home. That's it. Like, I don't go nowhere. Some people just go away and be...
But you specifically?
Me? First of all, I get a camp house, out here. Like day one in the camp, I start running probably like, it's different times. I might don't feel like running in the morning. I might run at night, It all depends what fits you. Like, I run in the morning. If I don't, I'll run at night. Train probably like 2 or 3. If I want to do something again, I train at night. Or I run. And that'll be it. But when I'm in camp, I really don't go outside. Like, it's hard for me to go outside, so I just be in the gym and home.
Whatever the reason, it's clear that Gervonta "Tank" Davis is dealing with a mix of emotions as he contemplates his future. Despite leaning toward retirement, he has stated that he wants to face 3 specific opponents before calling it quits.
How do you feel about Floyd and Tank beefing online?
I see it a little bit. I like both guys, so it's like, I know Gervonta has his issues with Floyd, and Floyd has a big ego where he wants to be the man on top, and Gervonta's trying to get on top, but it seems like he has to get from under Floyd because Floyd's a big man. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of hard. It's kind of. It kind of reminds me of me and my son. Like, I kind of like got myself away and let him do his own thing and let him have his own glory, his own, his own glory, his own life. You know what I'm saying? So me being there all the time will shadow over all this stuff. Sometimes. Not intentionally. I'm not doing it intentionally. I'm not trying to be like, I don't care about the Eagles. I want him to be the best. But me being too close to him all the time takes away a little bit of his shadow, a little bit of his shine. So I need to be, I'm still gonna tell him everything he needs to know. I'll get in the ring with him, spar with him, do all kind of stuff. But he has his own coach, he has his own manager, he has his own team, he has his own family, he has his own, his own stuff.
While Davis hasn't revealed the names of these fighters, fans and analysts speculate that he wants to cement his legacy by taking on top opponents before retiring.
What do you think is the minimum weight of someone that could beat you in a fight?
Minimum weight?
Yeah,
right.
Someone's like 250.
Yeah, probably like, 250, 220 or some shit like that.
With no experience?
Yes, sir.
Someone with no experience?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, hell no. They gotta have experience to beat me.
No, but like a 300 guy, no experience.
I'm whooping that ass.
Yeah.
I'm whooping that ass.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you next time.